Good morning and welcome to Cawfeetawk. I was up from 3 in the morning until just before 4 with Olivia, who was burning up. So all of you parents out there know what that feels like. I'm like a zombie right now. But there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you about maintaining a healthy relationship in regards to friends. I'm going to be very candid with you, and I'm going to do it because I'm madly in love with Lucy Beavers. Lucy and I have gone through some rough times over the last few months. And as we've discussed numerous times, miscommunication in any relationship is a silent killer, because if you don't take the time to talk, resentment and issues build and build and build. And if nobody's communicating, the situations become warped in your mind. You get further away from the truth, and your perceived reality starts to become your truth. And as you tell your side of the story, it changes, it sort of takes shape for what you need it to be to feel secure that you're right and the other person is wrong. What I knew was that while I am the queen of cutting people off and moving on, I didn't want to do this with Lucy. I knew that no matter what it took, no matter how uncomfortable it was, I was going to make it right. We were going to make it right. So on the surface, if you saw us, unless you really knew us, it would have looked like everything was fine, but it wasn't. So we had been trying to get together, but our schedules are so crazy. So finally, yesterday, we got together. And Lucy hates confrontation. And when I say hates, the idea of just having a conversation about something that bothers her is enough to scare her from actually doing it. So the fact that she showed up at my house yesterday to have this face-to-face conversation is in and of itself an act of love, because that is not Lucy's personality. Lucy would rather just pretend it's not happening and wait for it to go away. I'm more of a address it head on kind of person. I will say that in my life, in my adult life, I have lost friends, and it is not easy. Even when you know it's time to let them go, it is not easy. I was not going to lose Lucy Beavers. I just wasn't going to let it happen. Regardless of whether I felt I was wrong, right, whether it didn't matter to me. I wasn't letting this girl go. She's just way too important to me. Her children are way too important to me. Our friendship is way too important to me. But Lucy said something to me yesterday when we were speaking that I thought was so poignant that I woke up this morning thinking about it. She said, I think we need to restructure our friendship. And here's why. And she explained to me that when she and I came into each other's lives, we were in very different situations. And while she had evolved, I continued to view the relationship that way. I never changed the way I approached the friendship. So the services I was offering to her when she needed them, I continue to offer in a way that she doesn't necessarily need them. And I thought that is so interesting. But she is so right. It would be as if I nursed and changed diapers for Olivia when she came into the world because that's what you do with a newborn. But if I would have gone into her room last night when she was burning up with a fever and tried to nurse her and change her diaper, we wouldn't have gotten very far because she's going to be 7 in January. You have to change the way you nurture your relationships as people evolve, as they grow. If you don't do that, you run the risk of the relationship itself fracturing because you're not servicing that person for the needs they have right now. I was so proud of Lucy for stepping outside her comfort zone, but more importantly, for loving me enough to want to make it right, to want to put the work in. Because let's be honest, we're both busy. We didn't have to fix it. We could have gone on being very polite in public and pleasant when we're together, but knowing underneath that something wasn't right. We could have gone on like that for another year, 2 years, whatever. But we didn't want to. And I feel so unbelievably blessed that this woman is in my life, that she is helping me see things about myself and be a better friend. I love her. When she's in my presence, I want to hug her and smooch all over her. That's how I feel. And I know how invested you guys are in me and the Bells. So I thought you would appreciate hearing that friendship, we're not perfect. And sometimes we have to admit that things need to change. The other thing I wanted to tell you really quick, and I hope you've made it to the end of this video, is that I have gotten a few emails from people that some of their mugs arrived broken. I can't tell you what this has done to me. Last night, Michael said to me, okay, you're obsessing about the 7 that were broken and not even enjoying the hundreds of people who have received the mugs and are sending you letters of appreciation and photos of how excited they are because you're obsessing over the 7 that were broken. How often do we obsess over what's wrong and barely acknowledge how many things are right? Guilty. To those of you that have broken mugs, give me till after the holiday. I will get them replaced. I will get them shipped out. Thank you for your support. I am very disappointed in the United States Postal Service, the way that they have dropped boxes, thrown them. It is disgusting, but it is what it is. I'm going to stop obsessing because I will make it right. I love you all. Have a great day. Hey, Lucy Beavers, I love you, lady.